Greetings from Las Vegas. It's May 31st. It's 103 degrees outside. So fortunately, I just finished up my my no-ma'am meeting and saw the FedEx truck pull away and realized basic accessory I've been waiting for has arrived. So it's getting into that in Vegas. It's getting into that. Do you ride or not? Because it's just so darn hot unless you get up at 5 or 6 in the morning and go out at daybreak, which we may end up having to do just to get out there and not waste away the whole summer. But it's got to be fun. If it's not fun, I'm not going to run out there when it's 105, 110 degrees and you're just miserable. Every time you come to a stoplight or a stop sign, you just feel like bleh, you're going to burst into flames. So, but we have these 9 other great months of the year that are just fantastic for riding here. So even if it's a little rough in the summer, we work it out. So what arrived today? It's a really basic, this will be a short video, accessory that I was even kind of on the fence as to whether or not it was even necessary. It's not really necessary, but I like this company. This is the Radiator Guard upgrade from Evotech. This is that cool company that's in a small town in the UK that makes really high quality accessories. And I was able to order this one from Motivation, which is a Texas-based US reseller. The total on this delivered was $78.65. So, you know, it's going to get to the point where this is one of the last things, unless I go for suspension upgrades and stuff like that, which I don't know if I'm going to do that because that's quite costly if you go to Rally Raid and order their stuff, which is probably the only way I would go. But I think I'm about done with accessorizing this thing just as the high temperatures hit. So first we're going to do a quick little look. What does it look like stock or the standard one? So there is a protector here, somewhat flimsy. The new one will actually come around the sides, fully wrap around it, and it stands off a little bit further. It's actually got little rubber spacers or standoffs that you put in there. And the holes are a little smaller on the other one. That'll be a little bit more protective. Again, it's questionable as to whether or not you really even need to do this, but I thought, what the heck, I like this company and they make quality stuff. So I'll throw in one more upgrade from them. One of the other parts I have from them was their fender eliminator or tail tidy product, which I thought was fantastic build quality. And you even get, oh yeah, if you saw that other video, they decided to put the badging for it on the underside, which was a little strange. Maybe, you know, like right here or something so people could see it. But great product. I'm really happy with that one too. So let's crawl around down on the floor again and get this one swapped out. It's only 2 screws, so this is going to be quick. All right, the factory or stock bolts on these are just Allen or hex key, and it's a 4mm. Oop, I guess I need to loosen it, not tighten it. Goofball. And the replacement ones are 3mm as far as the wrench you need to use. And I did watch, there's another really good YouTuber out there called, I think it's Ridge Roamer, that this was included in one batch of some of his accessories also. And he mentioned that this is not the best tool for that. I probably should have used a smaller instead of the T-handle. He used when he first put on the bolts that were provided by Evotech, they stripped out right away. So there was a word of caution there saying be careful or just simply reuse the original Triumph bolts if that still seems to be the case. So that's it, simple as that. There's the old one, and actually I should probably pull this around on me a little bit here so you can see if you hold these up next to each other just how much extra coverage the old one versus the, the factory one versus the Evotech. Considerably smaller. Oh, and hey, I think we have a thumbnail. That's always something I have to remember. So this one has these little rubber feet. The factory one does built in. Strangely, there's a couple in the middle too. I'm not really sure what that's about. And then for the Evotech model, they give you these this little string of spacers or standoffs, and you just take these, and of these holes, most of the holes in the product are hex, but there are at least four, maybe there are six, I'll have to look, that are round. So that's clearly where these little rascals go. So you just kind of push it through the round, twist it in, and it's in there. So that helps keep it from, stands it off away from the radiator a little bit. So I'm going to put those four in and redirect the camera back at the radiator, and we'll get these two bolts mounted. So just to be 100%, I checked. Evotech also, just keep this in mind, they have very good installation instruction videos on their website directly, and they have one for this as well. They refer to these little rubber standoffs as bungs, B-U-N-G-E, something like that. So they give you 6, but these 2 are spares. They show in the video that there's only 4 that you're supposed to use. So I guess we'll put those in the spare pile. Another thing that they mentioned in the video that I would not have thought of is they suggest to rotate the horn out of the way. There's a single bolt, 13 mil spanner, 13 millimeter wrench on the, to get that nut off the back and loosen it up. You don't take it off, you just loosen it up. Rotate it a little because the wires coming directly out of the horn are in the way a bit. And I put it up in there and I thought, maybe that is a good idea. So to avoid putting any pressure on that. And then they had to just put it right back again. So, oh, that whole thing is a little loose actually. Wait, am I going the wrong way again? I think I'm going the right way. Wow, that's really tight. So actually, I'm just gonna, the whole darn thing goes up. There's another mounting point for the horn over here. I'm just gonna rotate that up a bit. And there's enough clearance. I mean, I was able to get the other one out, so. Okay, so, and then the new one comes in, it just slides into place. Simple, oh, I have my, there we go. Skid plate on the bottom was in the way just a little bit. Put a little dab of thread lock. Little dab will do ya on the new bolt here. I'm going to be gentle with this, putting it in to be sure I don't strip it in case this is a little bit soft metal on these screws here. So I'll just get that one in place so it holds it. And same for the bottom. Little dab. Oh, there we go. Run it through they call this special washer. It's pretty. It's got a little angle to it, and it's kind of a decorative washer for the front of this. And then that goes. It's nice when it lines up first try. I'm going to use the smaller Allen wrench or Allen key to do this instead of the big T-handle one. There, I'm just not going to put a ton of pressure on it. Depend on the thread locker to do its job. Yeah, that's pretty good. And come back down with this a little bit. And that's really it. There's nothing to it. So let's pull the camera back and we'll just do a kind of a little, see what it looks like mounted on the bike without being so close up. And it's up to your call if you think this is worth $79 to add that. It does feel a lot, I will say that. It feels like it's a lot more solid. So if you're getting rocks and sticks and debris hitting this, especially if you're doing some dirt road riding or off-road riding, I think it's going to make sense in that scenario. But if you're strictly street riding, this is probably, it's just purely aesthetic versus protective in that situation. So let's pick up the stuff from the floor and do a little walk around here and see what we think. All right, let's take a little look around, see what we think with this mounted. I have this extra light shining on it right now, so you can see what it looks like well lit up on the bike. Let me pull that off and we can just kind of step back a little. Really, it's not the whole point of the Scrambler style is supposed to look like a, somewhat of an older style design, and you're not intended to really notice the radiator in there as if it's an old air-cooled thing. So it still blends in nicely. It's not screaming out at you, and looks good. Looked good before, but I think the point here is it still looks good, and it adds an extra level of protection on there. A little bit of a stronger screen and a little bit smaller holes and wrapping all the way around the side. So that'll do it for this short accessory video, and gotta find some time soon to get out there again, because it's gonna drive me crazy having both of these bikes sitting in the garage here, not being out on the road is, I'm just gonna have to get up early in the next day or two and just get out there and just do it. So that'll wrap it up for this one. If you enjoy this kind of content and you'd like to be notified of future ones, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified when more videos are released. And until next time, drive carefully and come back soon.